Yo, Willie Thomas here from JazzEveryone.com. When I was a young trumpet player in college, still grinding through those Herbert L. Clark studies by the hour, I used to wonder how I could use all this stuff to help me play jazz. Well, a few years ago, I finally realized that a similar system could be applied in developing the technique needed to play this music. Actually, it's not just about technique, it's equally about the ability to hear these chromatics and how they are applied to the music. The chromatic drills I've created do just that. They provide a routine that develops your technique and your ear at the same time. On the Jazz Everyone site, the six-pack jazz language system that I've developed introduces the idea of the pentatonic pairs that you can find in the pentatonic scales. These pentatonic pairs are basic, simple little melodies that help you find your way through the chord changes. And by chromatically embellishing and connecting these, it provides ideal access to so much of the early traditional jazz vocabulary. So first, let's listen to how these pentatonic pairs sound moving around the dominant cycle. Before you start trying to move these patterns around the cycle, it's a good idea to drill on each pair with the extended dominant chord on volume 84 of Jamie's Dominant 7th Workout CD. And by the way, thank you Jamie Abersol again and again and some more for letting us use all of these wonderful materials. Jamie Abersol, folks. He has a page now, and you can ask Jamie a question on the Jazz Everyone site. Anyhow, here's how those sound on a C7. Next, you'll play the chromatics from the fifth to the root, then you'll reverse them and play them from the root down to the bottom pair. Now, here's a little sample of me playing up and down the pentatonic pairs using these patterns like I would play in a tune. Drill number 1 ends with some work applying this system to the blues form. Here's how some of the double time patterns sound using chromatics in the blues. I think you can see how these drills help you get your fingers under control. In drill number 2, the pentatonic pairs in the dominant 7th chord are connected with a chromatic on every scale step. Now this really increases your creative potential in playing longer lines through the chord changes. It's a simple process, but not so easy to actually play and hear. Drill number 2 finishes with some work applying the chromatics to Perdido. Here's how that sounds. In drill number 3, I've used a simple melody pattern formed when the pentatonic pairs connecting a 1-2-5-1 chord progression overlap, as you can see here on the staff. Now listen to how these pentatonic pairs form natural melodic phrases when you play them.
4.
Listen to me work some of these patterns around the chord progressions in a couple of keys. Next, I will connect both pentatonic pairs in the 1-2-5-1 chord progression with chromatics like I did in the dominant 7th chord. Here's how that sounds. Now, here's a little example of how to start the double time process with these extended chromatics. Drill number 3 ends with some examples of how effective these chromatics can be in the rhythm changes. Here they are. In drill number 4, we will have an opportunity to play chromatic patterns through an even longer series of changing chords. These 2-5 changes going up and down half steps every measure to a tonic will be really helpful when you get them in your ear and under your fingers. Drill number 4 closes out with chromatics embellishing and connecting the pentatonic pairs in Satin Doll. You can find this reference in Lesson 6 downloads of the 6-pack on the Jazz Everyone site. I'm going to close now with a little Satin Doll. Here it is. So, sign up and start your jazz journey with Uncle Willie. See you at jazzeveryone.com.